What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Lost my football here.
While Steve retrieves his football, let me just say real
I had
quick.
the football we talking.
There's an unspoken rule. There's an unspoken rule. It's kind of a joke in professional wrestling that you don't want to be the dude who works out to his own theme music. I would totally work out to our theme music. That beat, Dev, is a banger to this day. Every time it starts, y'all don't see this, chat, but I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm just nodding my head. It's infectious. Like, I love that beat. I will forever love that beat. If I ever become big at something and I need theme music, that's probably going to be my theme music. So just hit me when I was sitting there waiting for the show to start. I'm like, damn, this thing still goes hard.
Yeah. Dev does it right, man. Like we said, all music is all done by Dev on this show. We thank him. We were very lucky to have him, and his link to his Spotify is in every single YouTube show we do. It's in the description 100% of the time. It gets pasted every show. Make sure you go check out his Spotify channel because it is.
And it's funny because I do put on time to time I'll be at the gym. I will put on the Dev playlist on Spotify and just let it run.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyways, I'm your guy, Steve. I'm joined by Phil and Dev. Tonight we are Command. This is episode 285 for us. Back to our twice a week live streams with Commanders content because you know what? We're back in camp. The boys are back. Commanders are going to work. Episode 285 for us. And for those who don't know, football starts Thursday. NFL football starts Thursday night. The Hall of Fame game is Thursday night. The Bears versus the Texans. I don't think we're going to see Caleb Williams. But football's back, baby. Like, we've endured the dog days of summer. Football's here. And to be fully transparent, as much as I say I'm a fan of this sport, I was not tracking it was this fast. It came like someone told me at work, you're going to be watching the Hall of Fame game? I'm like, of course I will. It's this Thursday. I was like, no, it's not. Looked at the calendar. I was like, holy shit. It's the 29th.
Is it really? The NFL starts this weekend?
Huh?
The NFL, like the Hall of Fame preseason game, is this Thursday?
Yes.
Yep.
This Thursday.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, I feel like we're a week ahead.
I feel like college always started first.
The Hall of Fame game is this Thursday.
The college starts their regular season a week before the NFL's regular season.
Yeah.
But
Steve,
it feels like it does feel like they started.
No, man. I gotta get it.
Run it.
I don't know who to use, man, because I don't want to use Maryland or Virginia.
Louisville.
Maryland's so bad in that game, dude. So is Virginia Tech.
Man. I played Tech. I killed it.
I don't know why they make Maryland so bad. It's not like Maryland's terrible.
No, it's just like you don't know who's the quarterback, and it's just so many unknowns. That's all. We'll see. They're like an 80 or something. Speaking of video games, we're gonna go over some Madden ratings later that just got released for Madden 25.
They're releasing a position group each day.
Yeah, so we'll go through and talk about these. But to those who are already here, Yam, as always, Mr. Cordial, Mr. Responsibly on time, unlike your boys here, but Yam is always punctual. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in.
Fashionably late. Okay.
Fashionably late. Phil Bullock. If I wasn't here, y'all would have started already. That's probably true, man. But we waited just for you. And yes, Yam, we wish we played the Raiders here too, because we're gonna play a clip in a little bit. Davante Adams talking shit on the Commanders. I don't know if you've seen it. Talking shit about the city, the stadium.
This was random.
It was random. He was on that podcast, but he talked not just about us. He was talking about Philly, talking about the Patriots, and then the clip that just got cut was about DC and the Commanders and all that stuff. So yeah,
I had never had beef with Davante Adams until right about now.
Yeah, me neither. I did not either. It'll be fun. Actually, we'll play that before we even start. Jimmy Lee Patterson, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining us. Yo. More people came over to YouTube. Hit the smash like button too. Thank you much. Yeah, hit that like button for us if you're watching it. Yes, the episode of Hard Knocks was crazy, man. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm behind. I chose to start watching House of the Dragon. I didn't finish that, so I'm like, wait.
I was dragging last night.
I know, man. I know. I'm halfway through it.
And I seen
Deadpool.
Deadpool 3 also.
Yeah, I'm halfway through all those. So
the Daywalker's in it. The Daywalker.
Blade.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes version.
So Yam's gonna miss Thursday. Okay, catch up, dude. Catch up. That's all I'm saying. I gotta catch up too. Marcus Edlin, Sports View 2 on Facebook. Said, "What's up, family? What's up with you, Marcus? Marcus. We appreciate you, man. All right, guys, let's get right into it. But first and foremost, I do want to show that Davante Adams clip because it's kind of. I'm not gonna say it's messed up, but it is kind of messed up that he like, I'm surprised why he chose to say what he did about us. I'm guessing it's because of the B-Rob incident that people are like salty still for. But anyhow, say what?
I'm getting shot.
Yeah, he says, the city sucks, stadium sucks. I get it, the stadium does suck, but just listen to it here real quick.
It suck. It's a little better now.
Yeah, but the bar was real low. All right, here we go. Here's Davante Adams on this podcast here.
I had a personal.
Oh, timeout. 1 second. I did not change my speaker output. Here you go. Give me a thumbs up. You guys can hear it.
Had a personal interaction with him, but I feel like Philly always gets the Patriots, and then probably the Bills. All the snowballs and all of that during the game, like that's just a lack of respect for another man. You paid to come to my game, and you trying to you more focused on hitting me with a snowball,
right?
And then,
I mean, come on.
What do you want? You want us to suck your dick? I mean, what do you want?
I respect the hell out of that because I share that opinion. I share that opinion about Davante, and mostly, Philadelphia fans. That's like their thing. I don't know about Bills fans and Patriots fans, but all right, what else you got to say, Davante? Keep it going.
You got the Washington football team. I mean, they obviously just miserable because the stadium is horrible. The city is not great at all. I'm probably gonna get somebody at my front door after this, but that's just how I feel. We on hot ones. Personal.
Say we were on hot ones right now, so he had to get personal. Yes. He's kind of slacked off himself too. I mean, I don't know how bad you would want Davante Adams on this team. I'm sure
real bad. I would take him.
Would you trade Terry for Davante Adams?
Yeah, we have you in there working out like Rocky with fucking farm equipment, but you're gonna be out here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You tripping.
Oh yeah, so Davante was
that nigga every time we walk outside and watch it too. But
Davante was about to quit on the Raiders. Dude, need to sit down. Yeah, he was. He got pissed off with Derek Carr, even though he got pissed when Derek Carr left. He's not happy that it was Aiden O'Connell, but this is sparking some criticism, also some getting a lot of attention out there on the open world. So, but it just came out of left field, man. I don't know.
I see what he's doing though. What he's doing is he's making fun of all the teams that he does not want to get traded to.
Probably, but what I want to do is eventually find this and watch the whole thing to see if there's context that we're missing because we just get this snippet.
He's really just telling you all that he's basically just burning bridges for teams. There's no way he wants to get traded to.
Yeah,
as soon as he said I want to get traded, they were like, Washington is trying to get a receiver. And we'll start. But if he says, "Hey, Washington's facilities stink," they never once paid for drugs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right, never once.
Not even once. And then, nobody will say, bring him here.
All right, one more time. 10 seconds.
Game. And you trying to, you more focused on hitting me with a snowball.
Right.
And then you got the Washington football team. I mean, they obviously just miserable because the stadium is horrible. The city is not great at all.
It's the hot ones. And why did he say football team and not Commanders? He knows. I don't know. Maybe that's why I thought maybe this was old, but
he's a dick, dog.
I'm probably going to get somebody at my front door after this, but that's just how I feel. We on hot ones.
You could get someone at your front door, Davante. What are you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It was just kind of weird. That's all I'm saying.
He's in Vegas with the food.
Adams I get somebody at my front door, right? Yes.
I mean, you might get jacked. Carjacked, you go to DC.
Y'all got the Vegas. The Vegas Raiders are the worst show in Vegas, bro. It's like the least thing you want to do when you go there is see the fucking Raiders.
Yeah.
And I just left a couple weeks ago.
The stadium's pretty sick, though.
The one thing, that is really dope. The one thing you don't want to do when you're in LA is watch the fucking in Vegas is watch the Raiders play.
Yeah.
I never said, "Ooh, man, while we're here, let's go check out some Raiders shit." No.
Well, I mean, that's what attracts people to go there because you get the gambling and hey, let's go watch a game. But in the off season,
I can name 8 things I'd rather do in Vegas than go see the fucking Raiders during Raiders season. I can name 8 or 9 things I'd rather do.
I don't want to see the Raiders any season.
And I'm just saying, even if Washington was playing there, I wouldn't go see the Raiders play if I was in Vegas.
Oh, I know somebody who probably loved those comments.
Shout out to Rod.
Stadium and colors are pretty dope, though. Other than that, nobody cares about the Raiders.
Colors ain't even dope. Oh, we're silver and black. How creative.
Dope colors.
Uptown Dre says, "What's up, my brother? Rins, outstanding weekend. I'm glad you had a good weekend, man. I think we left on a high note last week, so all good news. I know everyone had some good stuff going on. So we are live on Instagram, just so you know. Forgot to go live earlier, but we are not live on IG. All right, so Dre, thanks for joining us. Let's talk about some of the pressers. So I'm not going to focus on all the stuff. You can follow everything. It's been a pretty, for the most part, a pretty low-key camp so far. There's been no drama. There's been no fights. They've programmed a rest day into it. The fans have started arriving. We had the military. This is day 2 of the fans was today. Tomorrow's day 3. And so real quick, I just want to go through some of the things that were said by Dan Quinn, Zach Ertz, and Bobby Wagner, just to talk about the flow of things. And what you got, Phil?
No, I'm just.
Oh, okay. Talking with your hands, man.
Talking with my hands.
What did Ricky Bobby say? I mean, the car ran great. I don't know what to do with my hand. I mean, I've seen in the Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights. All right. Very quickly, we'll go through some of these pressers. I do have all the quotes that we could fast forward to. But first thing with Dan Quinn, this is from today's presser. I guess there's been some issues with some of the team having a lot of pre-snap penalties, mostly for the defense. So we'll just start with that and go from there. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, those are the ones that you really want to nail down. The pre and the snap one. So the pre-snap, approach them. You can get those ones really.
Can't hear shit.
We'll get better. Now, as we're going through those.
Yeah, the problem is these are the mic is really low. It might not. Let me fast forward a little bit. It
always low on these press conferences.
It is, man.
I thought it was really cool, and I was hoping.
It's not. It's still low. I got it maxed out.
And so my own first day.
Is this still coming in too low? Because if not, we'll just.
You can't turn it up with an audio hijack.
No, because this is from the Commanders website, so they always stream them low. You know what? Let me try this. Let's try if Bobby Wagner.
It's on YouTube, probably. Then.
We'll see if Bobby Wagner came in any louder.
Nope.
Ah, that's terrible.
YouTube, I have it.
You said several years ago.
Several. Yeah, compared to
Is Bobby Wagner coming in any better? Not John Kine, but Bobby Wagner.
You won't be able to talk, but you can hear it.
Honestly, I think I study film a little bit better. I think I'm.
Is he coming in okay?
More productive in my study time.
Yeah.
I think that's helped me kind of last. I think that's like the people that I talk to, a lot of the older guys that last a long time, they said lean on your film study because that's going to help you keep faster. So I would say that's something I focus on.
And how do you see that translating to games? Is getting there a little bit quicker?
So that's John Kime.
Quicker. How does that help?
Yeah, just recognizing plays faster. I think too
So he goes on to talk about pads.
Kind of make a big deal about first day of pads. How big of a deal is it to you, and what did you kind of see out there today with that?
It's a big deal because you're getting closer and closer to what a real game feels like. But also you got to understand that for most guys, they haven't put pads on since the season ended last year, and that's a long time. So you're gonna have a little rust, but this is that time to get that rust out and start getting into that.
So someone else mentioned something earlier. They already baked in a rest day so far. They had a day off. And I forget who it was. Maybe it was Bobby Wagner. So it was earlier. They've never had that before, like this early. Usually it's full. You only have training camp for what, 10 days? I don't even know the total amount.
They shouldn't have it now. They only want 4 games.
They baked a rest day. The players loved it. I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do or not, but
They love losing. They
the
still
player,
get paid.
Well, I'd rather look if you're going to do it early.
yeah,
Do it before you put the pads on.
yeah,
You're just doing kind of running drills and all that. All right, take a rest day, and then now we're going to put pads on, and now it gets real. That's fine with me. They're going to put a rest day in there somewhere. Do it early.
yeah. Yeah, and then now he's going to go on to talk about what stood out to him at practice, and it's kind of interesting because usually he talked about Russ previously, but I think there's some. This is kind of a cool nugget right here that he's, and I don't know if he's just blowing smoke, but just listen up.
That game mode.
Anything? I don't know if this is even a fair question to ask, but anything could have stand out to you today?
If anything stood out today,
that process, either on your side or watching the offense.
I just think how fast we were playing and how how much communication that we were having. I think we're communicating at a high level, in my opinion, than normal. So I think I like where we're at as far as our communication.
I mean, communicating at a higher level than normal. I mean, let's recap here. We had a linebacker for a head coach. We had Jack Del Rio, and we were the worst linebacking core in the NFL for years.
Well, I don't know if he's comparing it to last year. He wasn't here.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general. For him to say that, to come from him to say we're communicating like better than usual. Maybe he's comparing that to other camps he's been to at this time, more so than normal. He didn't elaborate. I'm just saying that's something that I picked out about what he was saying.
I wonder what that really means.
And then he's going to go on and talk about Ken Norton. You know, a lot of people are raving about Ken Norton. And Ken Norton, correct me if I'm wrong, Phil,
Linebacker.
I believe he's survived multiple regimes. Wasn't Ken Norton a guy who survived? Was he on
the San Fran and Dallas? That's it.
Was he on? Did he come from Dallas with Dan Quinn?
San
No,
Fran.
he was in San Francisco.
San
Francisco. Okay, yeah. I guess you could say.
But he was in San Fran and Dallas where he played.
Yeah, that's where he played. But I'm talking about from his coach perspective.
Coach San Fran,
people love Ken Norton.
Actually, let me.
Yeah. While you're doing that, we'll listen to the next quote. It's about Ken Norton.
Hey, Bobby, how's it just been in overall being back with DQ on the field and
people love DQ, man,
and older guys coming to you and you being able to mentor some of those young guys early on in camp, just overall?
Overall, it's been great. Being back with DQ has been amazing. I think the biggest thing is being back with Coach Norton. He's made those film studies so fun. The motivation.
People love DQ,
joking.
man. People
Obviously,
love him.
You've been around a guy that knows you very, very well, and so he tell a lot of the older stories to the younger guys about how what I was like when I first got into the league, and I think our point of view on it is a little bit different.
I like it, man.
So we were all wrong.
We were all wrong.
Ken Norton, from 2004 to 2009, he was at USC. He was linebackers coach. He was an assistant head coach as well as last year there. He was a linebackers coach from 2010 to 2014 with the Seahawks.
Yep.
He was defensive coordinator for the Oakland Raiders from 15 to 17. He was defensive coordinator for the Seahawks from 18 to 21. He went back to UCLA as a linebackers coach for 2022 and 2023, and now he's linebackers coach with us.
Okay, I get it. Well, in lieu of watching the rest of this film, what I'm going to do now, I'll just show what some of his quotes actually say. I have a copy of his, thanks to my prowess here. So when it talks about him being a leader, that's what we really lacked at a linebacker position. I mean, honestly, you can say we've lacked leaders and linebackers since London Fletcher. You want to be fully transparent, but for the audio crowd, when you have an older guy that can share their scars and expedite your learning, and that's so what helped me in my journey. So I feel like I try to do the same. And there were a lot of people that helped me when I was coming up, like Ray Lewis and London Fletcher, who were gracious with their time. Look at that. He quoted Ray, or he thanked Ray Lewis and London Fletcher for their time. So I try to do the same and get back and try to share my experience and scars to anyone who has a thirst for knowledge. I really hope he's talking about Jamin Davis there. I really, I hope so.
Here's the thing. All right, you want to talk about some Iron Men right there, right? Bobby Wagner might be in that as well. But if you go look at he's coaching, or Ken Norton's his coach, right now.
Yes.
Ken Norton from 1991 until he retired in 2000 didn't miss a game. London Fletcher set a record for most consecutive games to start your career.
Yes, sir.
And then if you look at Bobby Wagner, well, if I'm not mistaken, he's kind of a similar guy. Yeah, Bobby Wagner, I think, has, except for 2014, he missed 5 games. Other than that, he's never missed more than 2 games in an entire season.
Yeah.
In fact, he hasn't missed a game at all since 2018. So these are guys who play through pain. These are guys who gut it out. I think those are the types of guys, especially ones who perform at a high level for a long time and play through injuries. I know we don't want to talk about players who take care of their bodies, but if you can go out there and play and you're better than the guy who can replace you when you're hurt, you go out there and play. And I think that kind of mentality is great for a guy like Jamin Davis, who's in a make or break year, to be around. That
he might just be an edge rusher too.
No matter what.
Might just be an edge rusher too. Phil Bullock says every team you just named linebacker sucked. What was he referring to? I must have missed that.
Linebackers didn't suck in. Hold on, the linebackers didn't suck in Seattle. They had
Bobby. Oh, I mean, well, the Niners had a pretty good core.
No, but he's talking about
when Ken Norton was there.
The team Ken Norton coached.
I'd have to go back and look. Raiders probably did.
But he was at USC as a linebacker coach when USC was a dynasty. Pete Carroll brought.
Oh, he was a Pete Carroll guy
with him to Seattle.
Okay.
So that's the thing where I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
You know what? The Raiders, their linebackers weren't that great under Ken Norton, but it's the Raiders. When was the last time the Raiders had great linebackers? Khalil Mack.
Yeah, that's probably about it. Jack Lambert. No, he was a Steeler. Never mind.
Crosby. He's a defensive end.
Lyle Alzado.
Lyle Alzado. You want to go back to the early 80s? The absolute depiction of roids. Yeah.
Yes. He talked about Bobby Wagner goes on to talk about other veteran leaders who share their knowledge, but I will paraphrase this. He went on to name Zach Ertz, and I've been struggling to hear about Zach Ertz, getting mixed reviews about the tight end position, as Yam and I have been discussing on Twitter. No one's really talked about Ben Sinnott standing out or making a name for himself, or any of the tight ends for that matter. Not even Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz has been struggling as well.
You say that every time I open Twitter, there's somebody comments that Sinnott made a good catch.
I've seen one good catch of a pass that was thrown behind him by Jaden Daniels, but none of the the regulars. So Nikki, John, and JP have said, "Oh man, Sinnott is looking. He's just there, right?" And that's not a bad thing. And but Deuce, I guess Deuce was there today, and he said clearly in his opinion that Zach Ertz is tight end 1, and it's not a question. He's getting all the first team reps. And this goes back, if you remember the pre-draft video, we're talking about, we can finish Ben Sinnott his final levels of polishing. He just needs to be refined, is what they said. So, and that's okay. I want him to be great, and if it takes him a year, that's fine. If they want to put him at H-back, hey, Cooley 2.0, I'm fine with that too. But
wait a minute, okay. Here's where Phil Bullock is trying to say that Ken Norton's trash. He says, pull up USC linebackers and see who came out and was an impact. All right.
For USC.
Okay.
During that time.
Brian Cushing.
Okay. Texans great. And Patriots great, I think.
Clay Matthews Jr.
Still on steroids, though, Cushing.
He was.
Oh, Clay Matthews Jr.
Still on steroids.
The Clay Matthews that played for Green Bay? Packers. Yeah, Green Bay.
Was he on steroids too?
I didn't know he was a junior. No, but he wasn't pitch perfect too, by the way.
He was.
Wow. So you had Clay Matthews, and then you had you had Brian Cushing.
Steroids. I love him on steroids. I don't know if Matthews was.
It's hard to look through rosters, for multiple periods of years.
Yeah.
But those two right there were multiple time Pro Bowlers.
Yeah. He says you're reaching. I mean, that's a pretty good amount.
How's that a reach?
I guess.
USC's Brian Cushing and Clay Matthews got busted for steroids at USC. That's
Yeah.
what I was saying. They got busted with steroids. I think I couldn't remember.
I mean, I don't know enough about him.
That's a reach. You name two multi-time Pro Bowler linebackers. That's a reach.
I don't know. There was a video this week from the social media team
Oh,
talking
Lofa.
about.
Oh, Lofa the Tupu from
Steroids.
that was a long time starter on that Seahawks defense that won the Super Bowl.
Steroids.
Yeah, USC had a good chance of having a lot of Hawaiians.
I don't know if he's on steroids or not. I'm just fucking with you, but it was funny.
I mean, I'm just going here. I'm just looking through names.
I'm like, hey, maybe we need borderline back some steroids. Fuck that shit. I'm with it.
There was a video dropped by the social media team right as camp was starting, and it said, "Which coach did you miss the most?" If I remember correctly, Ken Norton Jr. got most of the. It was Ken Norton. He got a lot of love, man. I'm just saying the players like him. Either way, I can guarantee we will have a better linebacking core. Remember, Nick Clay from ESPN voted the Commanders the best off-ball linebacker crew in the NFL going in 2024, which is shocking for how shitty our linebacking play has been. So I don't know. Goes on to talk about Jaden Daniels. Nothing crazy. He's getting more confident. That's what you want to see. And that's it for the Bobby Wagner presser. Going back to the Dan Quinn presser, we'll just blow through these here real quick. Talking about the first day of pads. Coaches want to talk about pad level. You're not using your shoulder to your body, be in those spots, get these positions of the combination of blocks. For him, the emphasis has mostly been on the run game on both sides, the pass protection and the pass rush. Not going to look at Marcus Mariota because we don't really care about him. On constructing the offensive line. So the offensive line is something that I want to talk about. There's been so many. They're rotating Brandon Coleman and Cornelius Lucas, both through left tackle. And Brandon Coleman played a little bit of right tackle too. So that being said, who do you guys think will be the starting? I know it's way too early, but who do you think it will be and who do you want it to be? There's only so many choices. Lucas, Coleman, any preference? Don't care?
I think Brandon Coleman. We got to see what the kid can do.
What about you, Dev? Well, I think it's a lock that Sam Cosme is looking good at right guard, and by far the best. Multiple people say that by far he is the best offensive lineman that we have this year, and it's not even close, which is a good sign, saying he might be in for an All-Pro year. So I'll believe it when I see it, but the promise is there.
Please let me just continue to rip Phil Bullock for being dumb.
What did he say now?
He says I'm reaching. He says only Ken Norton, he himself is a good player, right? So, all right. First of all, he was defensive coordinator during Seattle's stout run and won a Super Bowl there, right? He was defensive coordinator. Let's talk linebackers. Came out of USC. All right. You got Clay Matthews Jr., 6-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro, 2010 Defensive Player of the Year. Right? Brian Cushing, if he didn't get hurt because he was a roid head, he would have also been more. But he was actually a 2009 Defensive Rookie of the Year and a 1-time Pro Bowler as well. Then you go back to Lofa Tupu, who was a 3-time Pro Bowler and 1-time All-Pro. These are all guys that Ken Norton Jr. coached in college as a linebacker coach.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you.
Either way, they got to the league. It don't matter what you did once you got there.
I mean, that's true. He's had
I can name a bunch of guys who were, and you know what? There's 2 other linebackers that were drafted in the first round that turned out not to be great in the pros, which I guess you could say means that Ken Norton Jr. did a good job coaching them up in college to be better than they actually were.
Didn't Boyer or whatever his fucking name is play?
There's a couple of and Keith Rivers is one of them.
Yeah, I remember him in USC.
So this is from the Commanders website. I'm gonna put this in the chat. This is straight from you can just read it. It came in multiple posts, but I'll just put it. It's titled Ken Norton has a long history of developing linebackers. You can just go ahead and read it in the chat. I'm not gonna read it, but it kind of talks about the same thing that Phil talked about.
An asterisk that says
20
valid steroids.
2016 Defensive Player of the Year all had stellar seasons with Norton as their head coach. Bruce Irvin was the Defensive Player of the Year, and Ken Norton was his coach. So KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner, it's some out there. We'll see, man. To be seen. Remains to be seen. Jimmy Lee says, "Did you guys know that Ken Norton's father broke Ali's jaw?"
Yes. I'm a boxing nerd. Yes.
So I knew that, but it's a fact that
That's
I
why he does that
easily
boxing
forget.
thing in the end zone when he scored. When he
would
That's
talk
correct.
to-
That's why his celebration was linked to his father. But
He's like he was hitting the heavy bag.
yeah, Ken
By
Norton.
the way,
Sr.
if you ever want to see some great fights, Ken Norton Sr. was involved in 2 great heavyweight fights.
oh, he's a
Go
machine.
go watch Norton Ali. Go watch Norton and Larry Holmes. And both of them are highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Norton and Larry Holmes, that dude was a machine. He looked like the Terminator out there, bro.
Who? Larry Holmes?
No, Norton.
Oh, I know you couldn't kill him.
Yeah, he
Larry
looked like
Holmes
the
had that
Terminator, bro.
machine-like left jab, though. God damn.
Tia join us. Thank you, Tia Holloway, for joining us. We appreciate you as always. Thank you much. So we're talking about offensive line here. There's been a lot to talk about who's playing left tackle, who's going to play left tackle. We're seeing a constant rotation of players playing left tackle, but this is something you're really going to have to keep your eye on throughout the season because it could make or break us, and it could make or break Jaden. Luckily, he's mobile enough to probably avoid some things, but this is one position I just don't know personally if we short up enough. And there's not a lot of room for error. Like other positions, you have, defensive line, we short up. We already had 2 stalwart guys in there. Linebacker core, we brought in plenty of free agents. This one is it's just, I feel a little uneasy about it. So I'll definitely be interested in paying attention to see how this works. And if you want to see a good follow, look at offensive lineman, follow Mitch Tischler. He's a big offensive lineman guy. We had him on the podcast a couple years ago. Loves offensive linemen, loves the big guys in the trenches. So follow him. He's always talking about offensive linemen. So we'll see how that goes. And then they asked Dan Quinn if anyone emerged, especially on special teams. I think I read that Eckler was returning punts, Zacchaeus, Milne, and someone else, Jamison Crowder, and one other person was returning kicks. Not sure that's going to play out either, but something to watch about because we talked about this before. Kickoffs are back. The new kickoff rule and incorporated from the XFL or UFL, whatever you call it, where the ball's kicked from I forget what it's called. Where it is, but no one can move. The both teams are 10 yards away. Kicks will get returned this year, and so it's going to be exciting. I'm interested to see how they incorporate it to Madden too. Should be fun. Marcus thinks Lucas will be starting left tackle. I also think Lucas will be the starting left tackle. I just have this feeling that it's going to be Cornelius Lucas. I don't know why. He's 33 years old. I know Dev would probably be so pissed if it was Cornelius Lucas, but I think it's going to be Cornelius Lucas, man. I think it is. He's getting very good reports coming from the reporters. Yam says, I was just talking to my dad a little bit while the show was going. He was telling me down here he lives in Texas, and they have a Mark Mosley Museum and Monument. Is he a Texas guy?
What? For what do you do in Texas?
I don't know. I don't know Mark Mosley's history. Is he a Texas guy? Did he go to like UT Austin?
I don't know. You go to Alabama to Huntsville, Alabama. They got like a lot of stuff.
Because Alabama has nothing else besides football.
Texas A&M and Stephen F. Austin.
Texas A&M. Whoop.
They got a lot.
He went there and he went to Stephen F. Austin. He went to 2 different guys.
Okay, so he was an Aggie.
He's from Laneville, Texas, too.
So he is a Texas guy. Okay, I did not know that. Look at Yam with the factoid. Give you the bike bill. Good stuff, Yam. I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's good to know. His son is very active on Twitter too. Mark Mosley Jr. or
Yeah, he's
the third, or is his grandfather? But
it's his son.
Son, okay. Phil says
he's a pain in the ass.
Steve News says bad things about old coaches. Just look at Priest Holmes. You're talking about Priest Holmes, I guess. I'm guessing. Tia says Brandon is looking good too. Brandon
Coleman.
Yeah. He's looking sharp. Jazon Newton's looking sharp. Johnny Newton. What else did Dan Quinn say? Talking about fan turnout, really enjoyed the energy. Love talking to the fans. They've had the military day today as well. Talked about putting pads on for the first time in 7 to 8 months. And one of the things I noticed are the defensive backs are hitting. I forget who the DB's coach is, but they are hitting each other. They're hitting pads. It was really good to see them doing that. And Johnny Newton's he's out there. He's unleashed. Have you seen the footage of Johnny Newton? It looks really, really good. But and then he's talking about the veteran presence of Bobby Wagner and Zach Ertz. Yep, nothing new to us. We know that. We know that. Emmanuel Forbes. Did you know Emmanuel Forbes
Chris
has
Harris
put on
is the DB coach?
Chris
No,
Harris?
sorry.
There we go.
No, it's not.
He's the old one.
He's the old one. Hold on.
Yeah.
Tom Donatel.
Okay. Probably came from the Cowboys. I don't know.
I'll tell you in a second.
I'm guessing. But Emmanuel Forbes has put on 15 pounds. 15 pounds.
He was with the Chargers, and before that, he was with the Seahawks.
Okay. Well, Emmanuel Forbes put on 15 pounds. Have you guys seen the picture of Emmanuel Forbes?
Yeah, he looks healthy.
He does look healthy. He looks like a normal defensive back should. So it's good to see. I'm happy that he put on some weight. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know. It's just good to see him up. I'm curious what he comes in on weight wise. Anything above 170, I think would be great.
They say he played at 173 last season.
Oh, then I say hope that he's up to like 175 of more
muscle.
No,
because the fact that they kept saying he was 180 last year, or he was up to 180, turned out not to be the case.
Yep. Someone poked and prodded him about keeping how many number of quarterbacks he would have on the team, and of course he goes, "That's Adam Peters. That's his lane. He wasn't gonna dwell on that, but." Because then we talked about the practice squad. So remember, we talked about the practice squad are still the COVID rules where you could have 16 plus one international player. That's the COVID squad. That's the practice squad. And he's wondering because, I mean, I think they'll keep 3. They'll keep, Mariota. They'll keep Jaden, and they'll keep Hartman. I don't think they'll keep Driscoll because Hartman's getting paid a lot. Hartman's getting paid more than Driscoll. So I'm not sure. And then they talked about Jahan Dotson. He kind of needs a comeback year, blah, blah, blah. What he's seen from Brandon Coleman. He's very impressed. Apparently he's got good footwork, they're saying. Mitch Tischler really commented.
That was a concern. That was a concern.
It was a concern. It was a big concern.
So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Tia says Forbes looks good. He's growing into his grown man body. That's all we want of him. Grow into your frame, boy. Maybe he needs a little bit more puberty to hit. But because if that kid gets some muscle and doesn't lose any speed, watch out. I think that was the only thing holding him back. So it's good. Good to see that.
He's trash, bro.
I think I don't know if it's trash. I think it's confidence too. Confidence in coaching.
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot. I told you, bad parents.
Bad parenting. That's right.
But I do think that every now and then, good parents raise Jeffrey Dahmer too. Bro.
Yeah. Phil Bullock wants to see how our DBs are communicating. TSN Forbes coming in at 185. Holy smokes! If that's the case. That's like 15 extra pounds. So I don't know. Yim says he was listening to Harrison earlier, reporting from camp. Cornelius Lucas was looking good, but they slid him from left to right because Wiley is out. Okay.
Good.
It's hard to believe we still have Andrew Wiley.
I'm guessing hamstring tightness or some shit.
Yeah. I'm guessing we have Andrew Wiley only from a contractual standpoint. It can't be from a performance standpoint, right? It's got to be.
Man, this dude Wiley, he's so great. He just needs to be with the right guy.
And Yam Talk said the same thing I said earlier. The video of Forbes hitting, kid looks good, making big effort. He's tall as fuck too. Yes, he is. Deluxe, what's up, Deluxe? Thank you for tuning in as always. And Forbes did an interview and made a note that it was 17 pounds. 17 pounds. Impressive in a short time in his frame. Good work.
If he was playing at 173, that puts him at 190.
So here. From a physiological perspective, it's one of those things where, like when I consider myself to be largely overweight, I found it a little bit easier to lose weight. Is it the same thing for someone who's extremely underweight? It means that if the bar is so low, you can gain all that. You know what I mean? Like, or is it? It's just hard either way. I've never had a problem gaining weight, so I can't speak to that.
I can actually attest to this as someone who is supremely overweight. It is not easy to lose weight. Actually,
I'm sorry. I misframed it. Not easier to lose weight, but you have more of the weight to lose if all things align properly. You know what I mean?
Speaking of losing weight, I watched the gymnast today, and I happen to notice that. I mean, I assume that all gymnasts have asses except for the China team. They have none.
Not at all.
Zero fat on their ass at all, dog. Like I've never seen a whole team of gymnasts with no ass. But then my coworker said, "Well, they're probably 13." I said, "Damn."
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I just realized that.
Dad, you're looking at a 13-year-old ass?
I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, damn. No, I didn't know. No, I didn't know. Won't help you avoid being canceled on the internet, man.
That won't hold up in court. No.
Sweatshop. All right, I think we're gonna get out of here. I think we're done talking some quotes here, man. I think we've beaten the dead horse on.
But yeah, I watched Simone Biles.
Respect over here. I didn't know.
Yeah,
Simone Biles was on there and she was doing flips with the cakes, and I said, "Damn!" She walked by the China team. I was like, "None of them girls had ass." It was like
none,
zero.
None.
And my coworker was like, "Well, they're probably like 13." I was like, "Damn." Yeah, maybe they are.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it too is that like some guys are hard gainers, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Work twice as hard. Some guys are hard cutters.
There's always an opportunity to have fun at the Cowboys' expense
because some guys are just hard, like that person.
It's preseason and the Cowboys are already in style.
What the fuck is going on? Steve, why did you go to work like that?
The Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, come on. How can you not love this? As a non-Cowboys fan, come on.
Okay. Here's the thing. This image does not work either way because if it is a Cowboys fan, what the hell? If it's not a Cowboys fan, you really went to those extremes.
What the hell? Same answer.
What the hell?
Yeah, you went very far to prove a point in the video, or you actually dressed like.
I wonder how long it took him to walk in those shoes,
bro.
Because that's actually impressive. Like that motherfucker.
And those aren't just little tiny high heels. Yeah. Those are like.
So it's a little tiny high heels would be easy if you walk in.
No, those aren't easy either.
They aren't easy, so you try.
You know he borrowed those heels from a stripper named Cinnamon.
I have tried. I have not ever tried. I guess all of us may put on mom's high heels.
Yeah, when I was little, I put on my mom's high heels, and of course, you bust your ass because it takes balance, man. I don't respect. I can't do it.
Man, Steve right here. Steve right here trying to be a lady boy.
No. Not all of us did that. All right.
No, I did it.
Steve's a lady boy, man.
You come my kids do. My kids wear my.
I thought
I come in. You come on the floor.
I didn't know you were shy.
I mean, my kids wear my wife's work shoes around. If you're laying in the living room, you get on them. They try.
Every kid's done that.
I've never done that.
Come on,
Phil. I think that makes you weird. Then Phil.
Yeah, Phil. You know, I mean, everybody put on their mom. Everybody put on their mom bra and G-string, bro.
In what world did we call someone weird? In what world do we call someone weird for not wearing high heels?
Yeah,
that's messed up.
2024.
Hey, Frankie Lubo wore a skirt to training camp.
Hey, it's a kilt, dude. And then they were busting. Jeremy Chin was ragging on him for it, man. He was hacking on him.
He's Hawaiian or Samoan, right?
He's
hold on, Lubo from USC.
Samoan. Yeah, I don't know where he went to school, but he's Samoan. That's just I don't think it's not a kilt.
He might be from USC.
Yeah, I will look it up.
A lot of the Hawaiians always go to USC, but
Washington State.
Washington State, okay.
Oh,
West Coast guy. Yeah, exactly. Luck said it's very hard to put weight on a slender flame when he's gaining muscle. Look at Ryan Kerrigan. That dude had to probably work so hard to keep all that weight on, and I feel bad for him, but because he looks like a normal person now.
Chat's starting.
Too much info, Steve. Come on, Jimmy. I have no shame. I am secure in everything that I do.
So am I, but that doesn't mean that I did some weird shit like that as a kid.
Dev did it too, man. I'm not. I don't give a shit. I'll tell you how I put on my mom's shoes when I was younger.
I
Yeah, I'm pretty
disavow
sure I'm pretty
AGP.
sure.
AGP. If you know what I'm
Pretty sure I
doing,
did.
you know. But
I
anyway,
used to go with my mom because my mom's a single parent, man, and she used to take us like when she went dress shopping. She'd take us to Twitter, so I just had to sit there. I did hide in the clothes rack, like hide.
Bro, I hid in the clothes rack one day.
hide in the clothes rack.
Yeah,
Yo,
everybody did that stuff.
I hid in the clothes rack. I was missing for 3 hours. My mom almost called the police. Went to Woody's. We called it Woody's back in the day.
We went to Belt.
And hid in the clothes rack for 3 hours and thought it was the coolest thing. And I got my ass beat when I got home. Let me tell you, never did it again.
I hit one of the empty dressing room styles. My mom one time for a long time, and she got pretty pissed off with my ass.
Yeah, I'm a little off topic. Saying, did you see a professor on Twitter that said the term "weird" is a feminist word? It should only be used by women. She's getting cooked on Twitter. Yeah, rightfully so. That is weird that she said that. I'll be damned if weird is a.
Well, I'm a feminist. A feminist isn't a woman. A feminist is just somebody who believes that men and women should be treated equally. And I think that we will all be feminists. So fuck that bitch.
All right. Let's talk Madden 25 ratings. So Madden 25 ratings are out.
Speaking of bitches,
they have ratings for each team, and it's kind of interesting. So the Commanders are overall rated 80, which is higher than I thought we would be. I don't know what we were before. We were like, what, 75?
Progress.
I'm not sure. You can look it up, but just to go. I mean, oh man, this page is full of ad spamming.
But Bill Bullock with the love said that's why I fucks y'all, not normal people.
Gang.
Gang.
High heel gang. It's the high heel gang over here.
If you want normal people, I can give you a list of places you can go and listen to normal people talk Commanders. Nah. You want hot topics like Steve wearing his mom's heels. You come here.
Right. That's what we do. Okay. Shout out to Mason Kinahan on Twitter. So we got the safety ratings. Derek Forrest is our highest rated safety.
Yo, that's an insult to Jeremy Chin. What?
Word coming out of camp. The word coming out of camp is that he's the worst safety. I don't know. This is just what's coming out of camp. And he got on Twitter and he's watching everything. He's pissed. So
good.
People are saying that he's.
I can tell you right now. They got all of Washington. I'll tell you.
I have all of Washington. I have it teed up right here.
Okay.
I figure it was just easier to show these two position groups.
I didn't ever notice he was the highest rated safety.
He's the highest rated safety, and then for wide receivers, Terry McLaurin's at 89. There's lots of people higher ranked than Terry McLaurin. He's the 10th highest wide receiver. Is it 10th or 12th?
Okay. I'm gonna call out reverse racism here. How is Luke McCaffrey only 3 points higher than Dax Milne?
What was Derek Forrest's rating?
80. He was
Damier Byrd is rated higher than Luke McCaffrey. That right there tells you that they saw him to go white wide receiver, knock him down 5 points.
Yeah. Probably so, man.
I'm telling. I think Luke McCaffrey is going to be a 75 by week 3.
Yeah, and here is the wide receiver writ large in the NFL. If that makes any difference, Tyreek Hill 99, Jefferson 98, Lamb 96, AJ Brown 95, Amon-Ra St. Brown 95, Davante 94, Chase 93, Diggs 92, Ayuk 91, Evans 91, Cooper 90, Keenan 90, DJ Moore 89, Hopkins 89, McLaurin 89. Now, we were talking about this before. The disrespect of Terry McLaurin is a thing, right? We even had a whole show about it called The Disrespect of Terry is Real. Based on Madden ratings and those in the chat, if you look at positions 1 through 14, is Terry McLaurin better than any of those people on that list of 1 through 14?
DJ Moore. I think he's better than DJ Moore. I think he's as good as a lot. I think it's
DeAndre Hopkins at this point.
I don't.
I don't think DeAndre Hopkins is in 89.
If DJ Moore didn't have the game against us, he wouldn't be talked about in the light that he was in the last year, right? Would he have 250 yards against us?
I agree with that.
Keenan Allen's been injured.
His way.
Yeah, because Herbert threw the shit out of the ball, and Keenan Allen's been injured, but he still put up numbers. You could argue him. Amari Cooper, has he lost a step?
What surprises me about it is Cooper Kupp's not up there. And they got CeeDee Lamb better than Davante Adams and Jamar Chase is better than CeeDee Lamb. They're stupid. I don't even understand. I don't understand like who watches football and says that CeeDee Lamb is better than the guy named Equipment Guru that handles all the ratings. He's ahead of that. He is a Cowboys fan. Rep all him on Twitter. No lie. But Jamar Chase, there's no one that watches football says that anybody below Tyreek Hill and Jefferson, if those two guys can swap, you can have the one or two. I'm not mad at the Tyreek Evans or Tyreek Hill and Jefferson. But after that, man, there's no way that CeeDee Lamb is better than fucking
multiple people have said it.
On Ross St. Brown, no.
I don't think he's better than Davante Adams. I don't think he's better than AJ Brown. I think Brandon Ayuk's not better than Mike Evans. I think, but you look at the things like Brandon Ayuk is a 91, McLaurin's an 89. They're neck and neck though. Like if you ask me what's better, I could understand either side. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to be biased to our guy, but I can understand either side. There's a lot of guys between like 12 and 17, 18. They probably could be in any order. I think. By the way, Cooper Kupp's better than almost everybody on this list for like 5 or 6.
But he had injuries. He had a down year. I think they're thinking he might not. Maybe he won't bounce back.
He almost had 1,000 years last year. He played.
I don't know. Puka? He's not on here.
Yeah, he's like 16. He's like 18 or 19 or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Gibbs says Madden is trash though, and no one should buy it. College football is fun though. College football is fun. Deluxe says Chin and Forrest were both injured last year. Prior year, Forrest was one of the highest rated on PFF. Forrest had a monster year with the previous year. And for him to say that everyone else looks better than him, I don't know, man. That's a good problem to have because we've seen what he can do at his peak. Phil Bullock stopped playing Madden 3 years ago. It's still fun. Jimmy says Dotson 2022 is better than McLaurin before he got hurt, and both had a down year last year. That's true.
Whoa. What? Oh, look, I'm the biggest Dotson glazer on this podcast. What?
Yeah, Dotson in 2022 he's talking about.
Dotson's slower. They made McLaurin slower.
If you're just looking at sheer touchdowns, yeah. So here's the numbers from
touchdowns, but he didn't have catches.
Excuse all the ads because this is a very spammy website. But here are all the ratings for the Commanders in order. No secret, Jonathan Allen is up top with an 89. McLaurin, 89. Bobby Wagner, 88. Sam Cosmi, 85, Dev.
Is that last year's?
No, this is this year. Madden 25.
But they haven't released those yet. According to EA, they're not releasing those positions. They're releasing a position
these must have been leaked.
They must have just came
out. Madden 25.
I'm on their site right now, man.
Yeah, I'm on their site too, and they only have 16 players.
Yeah, they only got the defensive, the safeties, and
so
wide receivers.
I don't know. This is from MaddenRatings.com.
That's probably last year's.
That sounds about right. No.
Bobby Wagner was an 83 last year, so I don't know, man.
Austin Eckler they have as 82. Frankie Louvu 81. Zach Ertz 81. Rob B-Rob 80. Zach Ertz being 81. I don't know. Derek Ford 80. Wiley 78. That's blasphemous. Jahan 78. Jamin 78. What? Jeremy Chin 78. That's actually a crime. BSJ 77. They still have McManus on there. Forbes 76. Let me keep scrolling down here. Jamison Crowder 75. Tress Way 75. That's also a freaking insult. Jeremy Reeves 73. I know they have no ratings for the rookies yet. That's a fact that I know.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Luke McCaffrey a 7. Now I'd stand corrected. Luke McCaffrey's a 70. Fedarian Mathis 69, who may never see the field. Marcus Mariota 68. John Bates 66.
Where's Brandon Coleman?
He could be at the bottom. There's a group.
He's a rookie. He doesn't have numbers. He doesn't have that. Yeah.
They have Luke McCaffrey on there, but not some. Like there's no rating for Jaden. Yeah, no rating for Jaden.
They don't have any that.
Yeah, Jerzon for Johnny.
What are you
Sanders still? MaddenRatings.com. Sanders still.
Click on Jaden Daniels. See if you can click on him.
Oh, you know what? They have Luke McCaffrey because his numbers were released.
Yeah, Luke McCaffrey's
as a receiver. Yeah, it's blank. So
I just want to see what's that say up top. What's that? Go.
What's what?
What's on the left. I just want to see what that was. Those
unavailable.
Okay.
Unavailable. So either way, cool stuff to look at. Pay attention as these things will become more official.
Oh damn! I was going to say I want to see how fast they made Armani Rogers.
He's a 58. Hold on, I'll show you.
They knocked him down to like an 88 last year. He was a 91.
His speed 85.
They lowered him down more. He lost 5 more. He was a 90.
He's only been
he's coming off what, an Achilles injury? I think that's understandable.
He's only been in the league for 1 year. That ain't right.
Not been in the league. This will be his 3rd year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He missed the whole year.
That's why I said I think that's a 2024.
Yeah. Yep. NCAA isn't innocent either. People are already exploiting broken players and plays on it. Yeah, I wonder when they're going to drop that first update too.
There had it. You can have a dude that's a 60 overall. If that nigga's a 98 speed, he's the best player on your team, bro.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I recruited a quarterback. He's like a 73 overall, man. That motherfucker's a 98 speed. He gets like 400 yards running every game. You can't stop him, bro.
That's crazy.
He's like complete trash. You can't throw 10 yards downfield.
Yep. Well, over the weekend, Tua Tagovailoa and Jordan Love got some contracts. If you haven't noticed, they got the bag. I think Tua was the highest paid guy for what? Maybe less than a day.
5 minutes.
And then Jordan Love got his deal. But they do have that title of the highest paid player in NFL history. The Jordan Love got a 4-year, $220 million extension, $55 million per season throughout the life of the contract. That ties in with Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, is the highest average annual value. Also had a $75 million signing bonus, dude. I wish Shy Guns was in here. Oh, he isn't here.
Yeah, he's texting me right now.
Oh, damn,
Shy Guns makes his entrance with the best timing ever.
So I guess my question is, with Jordan Love, I know we talked a lot throughout the season last year with Jordan Love having one full season starting. I mean, I don't know how the vibe of the Packers fans, but man, are you okay with that? Is that, I mean, is that too much?
I was talking to him about that. I was talking to him about that on we was playing Xbox right before I got on here. I was telling him, man, look, I think Jordan Love's dope, but man, you paying a whole lot of money for a guy you basically only seen
17.
Like the first half of the year, him and Hal was like this the first like 7 or 8 games.
No, Hal was above him.
Yeah, then he just went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, do you trust that? Like,
you know what's cool though? When you watch Jordan Love, you can watch him as he plays. His style of play is just like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's real cool the way he throws, the way he releases, and it's really kind of cool to watch that. But so Tua's deal. So they paid Trevor Lawrence 2 years early, right? They paid Trevor Lawrence after his 3rd year. Normally, you get paid after your 4th or after your 5th year tender. They paid him after his 3rd year.
They want to get ahead of it because they know it's going to be 60, 65 million.
And it's a bargain now, so you don't have to worry about it 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And you know who else? So the Cowboys could have did this earlier too. The Cowboys could have re-signed Dak.
Dak ain't doing that, bro.
2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like CeeDee Lamb, they could have signed CeeDee Lamb last year. So Jerry Jones is, I just want to make a splash in the news, like he's saying. You're just costing your team more money.
Dak got 135 to 138 million. They talked about that like 5 minutes ago.
CeeDee's coming on the table too. I mean, hey, pay those two.
135 to 138 for a receiver, bro. That's why, hey, Brandon, how you get 30 don't look too bad. It's get ready to be that 30 million going to be cheap in about 2 years, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be bargain basement for a receiver in 2 years. So maybe that 30 million ain't bad to pay Brandon Ayuk, man. It's going to go up.
Love had 220. Tua got 212. So we got a little bit less. 212 for 4 years.
How much you get?
53.1 million.
Bonus.
I don't know. Yes. No, per year.
What do you get?
I don't know if we know his signing bonus yet. I don't know if we know the details.
Though?
I'm not sure yet. But it's Joe Burrow for 55 million. This is the 2020 class, by the way. Yeah. Joe Burrow, 55 million per year. Jordan Love, 55 million per year. Trevor Lawrence, 55 million per year. Tua, 53.1, and Jared Goff, 53 million.
And Burrow's going to get paid again next year.
That's crazy, dude.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to get about 60, 65.
That's so crazy.
And then Lamar's going to be up again because he only signed a 3-year deal. He's going to be up again.
Yeah. That's insane.
He's going to have by the time it gets around to Lamar and Allen in about 2.5 years, 2 years, them almost going to be like $75, $80 million a year, bro.
Yeah.
It'll be 100 by the time Mahomes' 10-year deal's over.
Check this out before we change topics here real quick. This last comment. So you look at these 5 contracts of these quarterbacks. Over $1 billion. Burrow, 5 years, 275. Herbert, 5 years, 262. Jalen, 5, 255. Jordan, 4 for 220. Tua, 4 for 212.
You could argue that Herbert was the worst out of those 4 and got paid more. Like, he's accomplished the least on this list.
Yeah. From a winning perspective, absolutely.
From a period perspective, what's he done?
If you had Brandon Staley as your head coach, you wouldn't be winning too many games either.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
I like having Eric Bieniemy as your offensive coordinator. But this is the point I wanted to bring up. With Love and Tua now in a contract, the winners are Dak and Brock Purdy. I mean, Brock Purdy has outperformed all of those guys.
Brock Purdy's resume is going to kill all their shits, dog. Like everyone. That's what I said, man. Brock Purdy is going to get about 65.
I mean, and how does this all relate to the Commanders? Well, we're talking about Dak Prescott. We're talking about the Cowboys. To lump that amount of money into the salary cap.
Oh, Dak Prescott's a giant next year for sure. I'm just letting you know that now.
So you don't think
he'll be 9-8 with them?
He'll be a giant next year.
Man, I don't know about John Mara signing a black quarterback, dude.
They got Tyrod Taylor.
But he's a backup though. He's a backup.
Hey, watch. I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott's gonna be a giant next year, bro.
I hope not.
They can't even tag him. Cowboys can't tag the nigga.
No. If the Giants cut, what's his name?
Cut him next year is nothing.
Yes, but they still take a $20+ million cap hit. Just this year, it's like $35 million. They can cut him next year, I think it's like $15 million. Either way, they can cut him next year with a.
You think John Mara is going to not be able to sleep at night if they cut Daniel Jones?
Yeah,
they're gonna get Brock. That Prescott's gonna be a giant next year, bro. I'd say they have Daniels.
Wole, what's up, man? All burgundy gold and everything. Big supporter. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Always trying to say your stuff too. Says Mickey's going to be the Commander's best rookie. Mickey. Who's Mikey? Sam Still. Oh. Second overall pick.
There's a safety or something they've been talking about on the radio that's real good. Hold on, let me see.
Quan's apparently
no. It's like a guy that didn't get drafted and shit. No.
Shotgun says, I love it. He deserved top 5 quarterback last year. Okay. Yeah, and we're going to talk about the Olympics here in just a second. That's actually the next topic. Stay tuned. Phil Bullock has a good nose eye for quarterback. Green Bay does. They do. Well, there's always like
I want to say it's Tyler Owens. It's somebody that's like showing out.
Oh, undrafted guy. Yes. It's an undrafted guy.
They say he's showing the fuck out, man. Like everybody's like, oh my God, this motherfucker.
Kaz Allen is too, so I don't know how much.
Hey, Kaz Allen was my guy last year, man. He got hurt preseason. Hey, that's my guy. I want to see what this kickoff does with a guy like that, with that unique set of skills, man. Yeah. He's one of those guys we're talking about, like on college football, that probably be like a 50 overall, but got like 100 speed.
Yeah,
stupid shit.
I'm with you.
I think that's how he's gonna be. He's gonna be one of them guys on Madden that's like a 60 overall, but he's gonna have like stupid ass bucket speed.
Yep.
Do they have it? He's a receiver. He probably ain't even on the game. Yet.
Probably not. Yeah. Marcus said, I told Cowboys fans in other podcasts, if the Cowboys don't make the NFC Championship, this is Dak's last year. Yeah, man, for sure. He is. But yes, make sure you guys check out Wole, all burgundy and gold, everything, and then Urban Sports Scene, putting out some great stuff over there. I think they're down in the Richmond area. Yam says, Sam still is a dog. Can't wait. Yeah. He could be one of the best picks in the draft. That's all I'm saying.
I certainly thought he was worthy of contending for that title. Oh,
yes. And did you guys see, thank you for Dev for bringing this up. Skip Bayless, was he fired from Fox Sports 1? Well, apparently the first rumors that went around was that he was fired. But once the dust settled, it turns out that he actually wasn't fired. And he's not leaving yet. It's just his contract is up. He's going to leave Fox Sports 1. He's been the host of Undisputed for 8-9 years. And he's not fired, although I could argue why he could be fired. He's going to be leaving. And if you know, Shannon Sharp left. They rotating a bunch of guests through his show. I don't know if you watch his show. It's not very good, first and foremost. But he signed a 4-year, $32 million deal back in 2021 to restart with what's his name, Stephen A. Smith. And it didn't work well because they were on First Take together. And then Shannon Sharp left last year. And then it's just been a hodgepodge of guests that I'm trying to remember all the guests.
Lil Wayne,
Keyshawn Johnson. Who else rotates through? And then it's just not hitting. So I don't know what he's going to do, but I guarantee we're going to get another
podcast.
No, we're going to get another end of the season video of Skip Bayless throwing his Cowboys jersey in the trash can. He does it every year. Last year it was Dak. Year before it was Zeke, throws it in the trash can. Every year when they get kicked out of playoffs, he just throws the jersey in the trash can. You haven't seen the videos? Every year he does.
I mean, I would throw it in the trash can because it's a Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, I would throw it. I would just throw it.
To do in the hills and make a dress out of it.
Throw and then walk through like that.
Yeah, sexy.
Let's talk some Olympics here real quick. Have you guys been watching the Olympics?
I've been passively paying attention.
I seen Flavor Flav in the Olympics. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, the U.S. is up. By medal count, we have 20. France has 16. Japan has 12. China has 12.
16. Good on them.
France
They
has
didn't
16.
surrender.
Yep. And then Australia has 9. Although we have an extremely low amount. We only have 3 golds, 8 silvers, 9 bronze.
That's been how it's been lately.
Yeah.
China gets all the golds, but we get all the other medals, and we make up for it.
How come you ain't told me that we had a guy on the Commanders team named Yankov?
Yankov? Oh, yeah, we do have. He's
Yankov.
Who is he? Our kicker?
Tight end.
Maybe
Maybe he's a long snapper for real though, but he's
Yankov is the long snapper, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that motherfucker is I think our long snapper would be Tyler Ott is our long.
Oh yeah, that's right. We picked him up.
Yeah. But I didn't know we had a dude named Yankov, man. I should have got a jersey that said Yankov on it.
Yam says, watch the women's court volleyball team lose to China nail biter. And Marcus said the men's and women's basketball are playing well. That's true. I do got to share a quick story about the China versus Spain women's basketball. Totally random. But, the China and Spain was a dueling bet. China was up. They were up by 3. All right, up by 3 with like 5 seconds left. The ball goes in. The girl from Spain gets the ball. So instead of just letting her shoot the 3, the girl goes up and challenges the 3 and she fouls her. So what happens? I'm sorry, they were up by 4. The 3-pointer goes in. They're up by 3. The 3-pointer goes in and the girl misses the free throw. Overtime. So they play overtime. Long story short, China, the whole China team thought that they scored up the big girl. The big girl was like 7'7" Yao Ming style. She scores that bucket and 8 seconds left. They run back on defense, and the score is they're down by 1. They thought they tied the game, so they make a shot. They're losing by 1. They run back down to the other side to play defense, and then Spain inbounds the ball and just sits there and lets the clock run out for 8 seconds. And everyone's just like, "What the fuck?" I've never seen a big blunder like that in an Olympic bat. And I mean, I don't understand. Apparently, the scoreboard was they had Chinese, lettering, so it wasn't like they couldn't see it. So I don't know, man. It was a big blunder. I don't know how you do that in Olympic sports. But Kevin Durant looks good. They're saying he's probably one of the best Olympic basketball players. If they showed his Olympic stats, through the roof, man.
It's all good, but he can't play too much of basketball when he's out.
Yeah, I mean, you mean in the NBA?
Yeah.
But he shows up for the Olympics, man. He was like super efficient with his minutes. Jimmy says the Japanese women's basketball team is nothing to sleep on. They're small but quick.
I bet they can't make a fucking layup.
Basketball is super popular in Japan, according to Yam.
Why they got nobody can play it then?
I don't know. Has anyone watched any breaking or anything? Because I have not seen.
Has it already started?
I don't know. I'm just intrigued. I'm gonna go back and watch some of it when it's over.
YouTube breakdancing. I'm gonna see if that's on.
Yeah, shooting, judo's going on.
You know what I don't understand? We live in a country where, we're number 1 in gun violence. Everybody has a gun, but we never win the gun aiming Olympics.
Because it's air rifle, dude. Come on.
So
Did you know last Olympics they drug tested one of the air rifle shooters and they got busted for PEDs?
That would help you focus.
Yeah.
Adderall.
Yeah.
They got busted for I forget which country. Busted for Adderall in the shooting. That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
You would have thought performance enhancing drugs in air rifle shooting in the Olympics, but they got you. Yam says Japan has its own pro league international players. It's called the B League, not the C League, the G League, the D League. It's called the B League. Well, a lot of players go play in China, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of NBA players go to China to play, right? I think their money's pretty good in China and Russia.
Oh, they do it. They do the breakdancing. It's like you got served was 1-on-1, bro. It's not like
they have a dance off.
Yeah, they out there like put that shit on real fast. They got like the qualifiers like a minute something, but they out there like the other dudes out there like you ain't shit, like doing that to them and stuff like that. Why he's out there breakdancing?
Okay, you're gonna make me find some footage now. Here we go.
It's all Asians, by the way. There's no
That's what I said before. It was gonna be like that.
Asians and white guys. That's all you're gonna see out that motherfucker, dog. Ain't no niggas. I ain't seen one black guy out there doing this dumbass shit yet where he contorting his arms. You know, it's the only breakdancing move I think niggas have. You know what I'm saying?
Breakdancing Olympics. What do we got here?
It's all white chicks and Asians.
Oh, it's actually on stage. They're not like in an official uniform or anything. I thought that maybe it was like that.
Some of them got uniforms.
Oh snap! All right. Well, let's see.
I'll send you a link in the private chat here.
All right, here we go. Olympic breakdancing. This is from YouTube. It's over.
Don't know what to expect from this.
Yeah, I'm curious to see when it all goes down. So it starts on August 8th, I believe. You got the B.
Oh, we don't even have it yet.
Going first. The B girls going.
I sent you one where they're going against each other.
How are you going to score this?
It's the Olympic trials.
5 different categories. Musicality.
Okay. Oh snap!
Yeah.
Olympic qualifier.
I don't know what I won with.
It's like step up to the streets, man. Step up to the streets. What else? You got served. One of these other ones. But I'm down with this, man. This is Asians all the way.
You might want to mute it.
Yeah, but the Asians always were breakdancing like man in this country.
Steve, what happened, man? How could you do none of that shit, dog?
Oh man. If there was a math competition, I'm good. We used to run video games, not so much anymore, man. The rest of the world caught up. That's cool. I
I'm looking at this girl break dance. She fine as hell though. I ain't gonna further the Asian chick. She's killing, dog. She's fine as hell.
Yam says Japan's also winning all the golds in skateboarding too. Now that's sad. We invented the damn sport. We should be dominating that sport.
We've been in breakdancing and basketball. Well, Canadians have been in basketball.
Yeah, I guess we invented breakdancing on the cardboard back in the 80s.
We've been in all this shit, and we still can't win.
Yeah, but it's a lost art here in America. Like it's not really, you know what I mean? Like it's such a niche thing now.
You should be able to beat no African in a spear throwing contest, bro. That seems like
also a lost art, man. There's no need for it. Marcus says, Dev, when you get off, there's a TBD tournament, Louisville versus Kentucky on Fox.
Man, I seen that. Actually, I'm gonna put it on there now. But I seen that.
Yam says he can talk about this now, but some of his former students were in an all-girl J-pop group. Look at that, J-pop, K-pop. That shit's entertaining, though.
It is really.
Not a fan of it, but it's just entertaining. My wife and
I'm a fan of it, I guess. I mean,
K-pop is entertaining. I guess I didn't.
It's hard.
It always has been, but I just think K-pop.
No, because J-pop had a thing in this country in the 2000s, and then K-pop came in and just said, "Move over."
BTS was like, "We got this. This is ours." I couldn't tell you the difference between J-pop and K-pop, but
I think K-pop, if I'm not mistaken,
K-pop is just Korean.
I think I had somebody explain this to me. Basically, K-pop is, I won't say it's more American sounding than say J-pop, which I think takes more cues from like European house music.
Yeah.
Like it's more or like techno.
I think J-pop
that's where the J-pop influences come from.
Yeah,
and then K-pop is more like boy bands and shit from
Yeah.
like the 90s.
Dude, BTS, man. BTS sang with Juice WRLD, sang with Coldplay. I mean, they're tearing up the world, man.
I don't know
My
what
wife loves
Yeah.
BTS.
I don't
though.
know what
There's
BTS song.
there's some girl K-pop group that like
Oh, they do like thug music and shit.
kind of, but not really.
I seen that. I seen one. They got gold teeth. They look like black chicks, but they Asian chicks. Like those three. Yeah, I seen them, dog.
Yeah.
Some of them are smokehouses.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that I've seen come out of Japan recently, I think, is baby metal.
Baby metal. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's new.
You never heard of baby metal?
It's called
It's a metal. They're a rock group fronted by two Japanese women who look like they should be J-pop singers
Where's the metal part come in?
because the actual music is actual.
And check out that link I sent you, the bottom one. That's the one I was thinking about. This
Blackpink. That's who I'm thinking of. By the way, yeah, well, it's like some female K-pop group I see all over the place.
Yeah.
We're gonna get copyright strike for this, but
We already did.
whatever. We already did.
Playing baby metal.
Okay, Dev. I know this is a thing now because what they do is they rap in English. You think they're English, but they don't speak a lick of English.
Right.
Yo, though, I do like the fact
that's wild, dude.
Yeah, there's one girl on there.
I do like the fact that now, granted, that sample will always be Miss Fat Booty to me from my Most Def.
Her name is
But I
Guy.
like the fact that Jid use it, and I like the various uses. I know it's an Aretha Franklin sample. That sample can be used in so many different ways, and I'm seeing it a lot more.
Jimmy, it's
now.
not AI. It's not AI, Jimmy. It's a whole.
No, that's her.
It's a
No,
whole.
that's legit, Jimmy.
She's in a group with two other girls, man, and they're all equally dope like that. They all equally spit.
Yeah.
It's silly, man. Like I don't know if they're right now on shit.
There could be it goes 3 young Japanese women singing and dancing with the metal backing band.
Yeah, that's baby metal.
It reminds me of
It's the
that
weird
comment reminds me of
combination of things, but I know it's
Kill Bill Volume 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Go-Go's.
Yeah, that's what the
Yeah,
Yams comment just kind of remind me of that, which is they're
a real group though. They're a real group.
They are a real group.
Yeah,
I do remember that. Yam's favorite Japanese band is called Bandmade. They have done a few U.S. tours too. Look at that. Very cool. All right, you guys got any parting shots before we move on to the last what's good in your life, man? Anything else, fellas? Did we miss anything? Did we think we covered all of our bases, man, till Thursday. We'll see what happens between now and Thursday with camp, but
so I'll say this. What's good? From Friday afternoon.
Hold on. Hold on, Phil. Say that again. It got drowned out by that music for whatever reason.
Oh,
go ahead.
So between Friday afternoon and yesterday evening, I drove 1,400 miles.
Oh my gosh!
What the fuck are you doing, man? Who kind of girl was this?
It was not actually. So,
Please lie.
fan of
That's definitely a girl.
the show, occasional commentator, somebody we've actually brought on to a show before when we used to do the Sunday morning live streams.
Oh yeah.
My buddy Kurt. So Saturday was his birthday, and also it was his final flight as a flight engineer. He's gonna be a debt chief until February. Then he goes on termination leave. So it was his birthday. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go down and surprise this guy. Couldn't find a ticket that worked for me, so I was like, I'll drive. So I drove from my work, stopped in Columbia, South Carolina. The next morning, went to Jacksonville, surprised him, got pretty tipsy, to say the least. Woke up the next morning, drove from Jacksonville all the way back to Newmarket, Virginia.
Wow, dude. Good for you. Making the rounds. That's
Let me tell you
impressive.
something. Driving in the South is awesome because the highways are just nice and wide and everything's flat and people just move.
Yeah. The speed limit is like a suggestion down there.
Being originally from DC, it's like I know what that traffic's usually like. But when you can drive through Charlotte and never stop, you drive through, Columbia, you drive through Jacksonville, you drive through, Greensboro, and the traffic just keeps moving. It's beautiful. And you see, it's beautiful country down there too. It's just, you get onto rural areas and it's just, it's pine trees for days, palmettos for days, and then you see cross about 20,000 rivers and you see all this beautiful landscape out there. It's a wonderful drive.
Yeah.
If you're someone who's a road warrior like myself, I do encourage you to do that.
Tia said, you stopped in Columbia, Phil?
Just for the night.
Yeah.
Literally stopped, and I stopped. I was actually just outside of Fort Jackson, is where I was.
Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Whoa!
Got next morning, went and got some Bojangles and hit the road.
There you go, Bojangles breakfast, man. Them biscuits hit. Them biscuits slap.
I don't know how I feel about the little
blueberry
gravy
biscuit and
chunks in
steak
it.
biscuit, and I'm on the road.
What's up, Dev?
I don't know if I like the little gravy chunks in the mashed
Biscuits
potatoes at Bojangles. They got like little chunks of meat in their fucking potatoes. I hate that.
I love it, dude. Yam said double-edged sword, but Kyle from Burger Arizona had a scare day with his son. He's okay at home now. Prayers up. Yeah, man. I was texting Kyle earlier. Everything is good. Did have a scare, but yes, shout out to him and his son.
I didn't know that. Shout out to him.
Hopefully he's doing all right. Said he's okay. So yeah.
Jimmy D. Patterson says he hates driving through Carolina. Why? It's
Woo!
a state. It doesn't matter. Even the roads that aren't interstates are interstates. You can just go fast forever. It's great.
I want to go fast. I want to go fast. Yeah. Yam says also a friend of mine is going through his various processes in a bar to become a JAG, which is a Judge Advocate General. So prayers of him getting his continued growth. And I start my in-school work next Monday. All right.
Yam's going to go to work.
Yeah.
Where's it going to get? Where's he going to teach at again? I know he told us.
Yam?
He said he got a job at a school. You remember he went to an interview?
Yeah, he was down in Fredericksburg, I believe, Virginia.
Vagina.
He got the job.
Good job, man.
Yeah. He's doing well.
I mean, it's American kids now, man. It's gonna be you got your work cut out for you.
I know.
Yeah. Don't expect
Got all breakdancing and K-pop around this motherfucker.
Stafford. Okay, Stafford. I apologize. Not for Stafford. A little bit further north, so he's at Stafford.
Not all breakdancing and J-pop over in this side of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Tia says their roads suck. She must be down in Columbia.
I disagree. Maybe in the city. I didn't go in the city, but the interstates are beautiful. It's just beautiful.
All our streets are good in Kentucky. Y'all tripping.
I will say this though, I did not enjoy it on the drive back. There's two places I got stuck, and one of them was just outside of Columbia. I'm just like traffic stopped because I think something happened, but like car stalled or whatever. But I'm a road warrior type of guy. Like I love just getting in the car and just going. So I will drive places that I could probably fly to.
Just for the mileage. It's about the journey.
I got to see the new the Z01 Corvette. It's 2025.
Nice.
Pretty fucking cool, man.
They throw a manual back in that thing yet?
Nah, man, that's never gonna happen again, bro. Them days are over with, man. You hit the paddles every now and then. You can do that.
Not even like a slap shifter.
Everything's over with, man.
I'm going to ask the question, but no spoilers out here, please. Anyone here see Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes, I haven't seen
Not
it.
yet.
Blade, Daywalker. He's in
Stop it, Deb.
Not yet.
Don't spoil. I've been good about avoiding.
It's an awesome movie. Don't take the kids, Steve.
I heard the same. My coworker said, don't take your kids. Like,
I mean, I would. Fuck you.
He went to the movie theater. He's like, there's kids with toddlers, 5-year-olds, and everything's a fucking F-bombs. Like, it was so inappropriate for young children. But there were so many people with children, at least, with him. So
they think Marvel Disney movie is for kids, but it's not.
I was worried that they were going to PG-13 that thing. I was going it's going to suck. But
man, I tell you what, I'm wondering why you brought that up, Phil. You know that Spielberg is doing the Gears of War. See, I wondered.
Spielberg doesn't do it for me like he used to.
I was like, man, I wonder if this family movie guy is going to be able to do a movie where you cut people up and cussing and all this shit. But then I remembered he did Private Ryan.
He also did Schindler's List.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of cussing and cut people.
No,
up.
but
That's
it's
throw
rough.
them in the oven and then you just did that on show and them burning to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not anything crazy. They just make you assume some rapes and burnings was going on. Like, they don't show it. Like on The Boys. The Boys show the shit. The Boys showed a dude shrinking like Ant-Man and running into a dude's dick hole and blowing himself back up, man. Like, The Boys shows that. That's like something Steven Spielberg wouldn't do.
Yeah. Interesting.
Steven Spielberg is like the House of Dragons versus, the other directors are more like Game of Thrones. Like, it's clear that they avoid the same stuff they did in Game of Thrones. If you watch Game of Thrones, House of Dragons is like a mild version of the stuff they did in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's not even the same ballpark of grotesque.
I know, but it's different. It's good. It's different in its own way.
I like it more. It's more exciting.
Yeah. I got a little bit of good news so I had a challenge to myself for the month of July. I signed up on Garmin and I'm training for the Army 10 miler again. So I finally started running after like a 5-year hiatus to sign up for 300,000 steps for the month of July.
Wow.
So that's essentially 10,000 steps per day. And I'm so far ahead in my game. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm at 325 and I still have 2 days left. I've been crushing it either with walking or with my running training. So I'm still lifting. I am busting my ass every which way. I think my body's starting to catch up because I think I'm overtraining now. I'm starting to get injured now. So I gotta dial it back a little bit. So I'm going to lifting 3 days a week and running 3 days a week with the rest day. But yeah, man, I thought I'd share with you guys.
I always support you lifting because
I was lifting 5 days a week. Then I went down to 4. Now I'm down to 3 just until this race. And I'll probably go back to 4 when it's all said and done. 4. I'm comfortable with 4 days. 4 days of good heavy lifting was good for me.
I easily cross that 10,000 steps at work every day.
Yeah, just track it, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm still fat. It's not going to help. I'm still fat. Like, I haven't lost 1 pound, bro. But I work
at a desk, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm over 1,200 right now, or 12,000 right now for the day. I just looked on my watch. I'm not losing anything. I eat McDonald's while I'm working. Damn. Today I ate 2 McGriddles, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles while I was like shooting the engine. And I was like, shit. I'm not gonna lose any weight. I ate a bag of Skittles on lunch break, man. I don't know. Like, what else I need to do here?
I'm seeing. I just got the difference. You working on cars, putting them together while you got like a bag of Skittles. Or you're throwing
dead ass
in your mouth or something.
100%, man. Shoot it in one hand, Skittles in the other, man. So if you got some Skittles in your Corvette engine, that was me, I guess.
Yep.
Nah, I don't do that. I do. Yeah. I shouldn't say
that.
That.
You ain't like the GM guys. You used to work that Fremont plant.
House of Dragons is toned down bits. But I think House of the Dragons is better in a way.
Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's just more exciting. There's not as much dialogue.
Yeah.
But the dialogue does matter. Are you caught up?
Yeah. No, I'm halfway through episode 7. So don't. I'll finish it tonight. Yeah. Love me some Skittles. Yep. Yes, it is. Real quick before we call it, Jimmy says, I agree to Tia. Roads are ugly and no street lamps for most of 95. It just gets dark down there.
Street lamps? There's nothing down on 95 in South Carolina.
A deer might be,
you got headlights for.
We got some places here, but by the time the deer sees headlights, that means he's like, yes, oh shit.
Yeah.
hey, look,
you should know.
I totaled my Mustang last year out on I-66.
Hitting a deer.
Hitting a deer doing 70. And it was one of the few spots on I-66 out in that stretch where there is street lamps.
You just can't drive worth shit, is what that means.
Nah, that thing came out. That thing came out of thick grass. There's like a divot down like this, and it came up from out of the thick grass from down below, and never saw it until it got right in front of me.
Yeah. Yep.
It sucks. That's
why we have insurance though. For the one time we need it, pay through the roof.
Hey! I got more money.
There you go. See, if you had a vet, it went underneath. It would have went underneath it. True story.
I would have gone underneath the deer.
Dev knows that too. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We're back Thursday with some more Commanders updates for training camp. Please stay tuned. please stay tuned and don't forget. It might be a little difficult because if you're into football like we are, the Hall of Fame game is Thursday night as well. I think it comes on at 8:00, so like 30 minutes before this podcast. So,
which means that by the time we come on, all the starters are going to be out anyway. So come on, watch us.
Yeah, and actually, I don't think Caleb Williams is even going to play, which means CJ Stroud's probably not going to play. The Hall of Fame game is usually it's like a scrimmage, but it's football, so it's.
That's
it's
again. They should be playing hell.
You think so, right? Yeah, you would think so. But we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please hit that like button if you're watching this on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're watching this from Twitter, flip on over to YouTube. Just hit that like button real quick. Also, much appreciated, man. We love that support. And yeah, man, we'll be back Thursday. So until then, keep it real. You stay classy, Commanders fans. You guys know the deal. All right. As always, peace and hail. We out.